Hi viewers, welcome to the fourth episode of Engg.First. This is Sanhati Goswami, project lead at Perfeth. Today we have with us Mujib Saiyyed from Pune. He is currently working as the senior technical analyst at Accenture and mainly involved with iOS and Android development projects. Mujib is an art and adventure enthusiast. He is someone who keeps on challenging himself to compete with work and achievements. Do you know what his colleagues say about him? That Mujib is highly professional and a good leader. That he has a creative personality who is constantly curious to learn things about technology. So please welcome Mujib on Engg.First. Hi Mujib.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. So tell us something about yourself, about your interests, passion, and also about your works as a software engineer so far.
Okay. So I have always been passionate about computers. There was one incident I remember vividly that my friend had a computer when I was about 10. And it had that software where you type in something and it says out that thing, basically text to speech. And I was so amazed with that thing, and that made I would say endless ripple in my life that made me take engineering, basically. So that small piece of software hit me that hard. So apart from that, I actually more into arts and all. So I've been doing arts for a long time now. I do it professionally as well. I have been a graphic designer. So yes, I like to do everything that is related to arts, that may that be dance and everything. And I believe that as a person, you should learn each and everything before you cannot do it anymore.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's something really interesting to know. So moving ahead, I would like to ask you about some challenges that you have faced in your technical domain, and what are your key takeaways, or I would say experiences through the entire process of it.
I would say main challenge was career itself. Basically, I started with a company of 5 and moved to a company of 0.5 million. So basically, I have seen each and every phase of, I would say, a career can show. There was my first day. I couldn't even think of working in that company. My first day, only 5 people. And I was like, I cannot work here. But basically, everything goes with hustle. You have to start somewhere. So I started there. Then from there, I started working with Infosys. I got into Infosys, then I got into Accenture. So yes, life has been challenging, but again, there is a golden ray of hope after every cloud. So basically, you should see that.
Yeah, right. So would you like to share any sort of notable experience regarding your profession?
Notable experiences, as in a good experience?
Anything you would like to say that that sort of brought to you a sense of learning in the process?
Okay, I would say I actually was born and brought up in all the small towns and villages you may not even have heard of, since I'm a son of a police officer. So I never saw big companies and everything. Like I said, my first company was 5 employees. Then I got into a company where there were 9 employees, a big growth, almost double. I got into a company where there were 12 employees. Then after that, I got into Infosys. And my first day, it was like mind-blowing. I went in there, then that golf cart came into care, took me to the employment care center where it was 5-star treatment and all. So it was really life-changing for me. That was one experience I really love to share with everyone.
Right. So, as you said, you have joined a company which was 5 at the beginning, and it ended up, building into 5 million, right? So you have seen every phase of building a company, from the initiation phase to the growth phase until the establishment phase, right? So, what do you think in this technology industry? What is the most important thing for a company to survive?
Basically, I would say after some time, like everyone who has worked in a startup may have experienced this, that they, at a certain point they wanted to start their own company, and so did I. I started my own company. It's still registered. I have never done any work in it, but yes. So basically, I have seen all the phases of a startup. So it had to survive for that almost 2 to 3 years of the start of its. When it started. So usually, business people say this a lot, that whenever you are starting any business, you will have to nourish it like a child for a couple of years. So once you do good work, you build a good reputation, you have good relationships, good connections, then it all, the wheel starts rolling after that.
Absolutely, that is something very well said. And since you have told about, you have to nourish the business as your own child. So, what do you think as a technology professional? What is that important skill, or what is that important? I would say professional skill as a technology profession and also as a manager that one needs to really focus on?
I would say communication is the key. If you cannot communicate it well, if you have that knowledge, if you have that skill, if you cannot communicate it with someone, then I don't think that you will be able to share it with someone. So basically, if you have a client and you do not know how to talk to him, how to handle him, how to have daily routines with him, then I guess that will make a big impact.
All right, right. Okay, so we have seen that you are predominantly involved in iOS and Android development projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, do you want to share anything on that about what are the projects that you have, been a part of so far?
I started with startups. So basically, in startups, there are projects which comes and goes every month. So basically, no projects is for more than a month or a couple of months. So a lot of projects. I started with a lot of local projects, then a lot of projects which were Gulf projects and all. And after that, I got into Infosys and Accenture and got into serious projects. Like last I was working with Accenture was Barclays. So banking domains, before that communication domains, I've seen a lot.
Yeah, that's great to know about you. So considering that, would you like to share with us about your plans for any prospective projects and the vision with which you see this entire industry today?
I would say this, that I would like to have something of my own one day. Having said that, I'm not sure I'm going to do it right away, but yes, in certain point in my future, I would like to have that. And like I said, I love to have something of my own. So business is something that I'm more inclined towards. So I'll be having that one day soon, inshallah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really nice to know about you. Would you like to share with us any message that you can send out to the entire engineering community out there?
Yes, I do actually. Like I said, and I emphasize this thing because most of the people have never seen this phase of life. My first salary was, I shouldn't say this very, I shouldn't emphasize on it, but was 4,000 rupees. And the petrol cost that took me to go to the office was around 6,000 rupees. So that was something that I started. So basically, you should not say that I can't. to anything. For example, I usually give this example to all of my family members and all. One day my niece came to me, he's around 10, and he said that I cannot draw, you are expert, you have been doing it for years, and I cannot do it. So I gave him this example that once upon a time, I guess I was 4 or 5, and I got scolded in front of my class that I cannot even draw a line with a scale. My teacher came to me, she said, what, you can't even draw a line with a scale, you can't do anything and all. And I was like, if everybody else is doing it, why can't I? And today I am doing it professionally. I have YouTube channel. I do some commission gigs as well. So basically, never say that you can't do anything.
Right. That's a very, I think that's a very important attitude in all the professionals in the industry, that, we should really keep it to ourselves because professions like you, I mean, you have to understand the problems, right? And the approaches you undertake, and then hit into the problem to achieve the solutions. That's really commendable, and in order to achieve this entire thing, you really need to have a proper attitude towards it. So that's really appreciable. So thank you for giving us your time, Mujib. It was really nice having you on Engg.First.
It was really nice being here.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Hey there, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And we are having more Engg.First interviews coming up soon. So please subscribe to Perfeth if you have not already. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.